Welcome to the fourth video in our Maya introduction series. In this video, you'll learn the Move, Rotate, and Scale tool and how you can use it to practically model anything you would like to in Maya given enough practice. So here's the little sphere we had in the last video. I'm just going to select it again. And remember, we are in object mode because the object is green. Green means go. So up here are your four basic tools that you're going to be using. And you really need to memorize the hotkeys or shortcuts for these because you will be using them the most. Q is going to be your selection. So if you want to go from using, say, the Move tool to just selecting the object, that is the letter Q. The Move tool is the letter W. You'll know that you're in the Move key or in the Move tool because you'll see your three axes there, your X, your Y, and your Z. Now if I just grab one of these little arrows, it will move it along that axis, or this one. Now these right here also let you move them three-dimensionally. So I could move this off in this direction, bring it up. I could even grab it in the middle and move it around. Never forget that you still have access to Command Z in Maya, so you can always undo what you need to undo. E is going to be your Rotate tool. Again, you see the same three colors, and that will be consistent in using this program. So if I grab it, rotate there, rotate there, rotate there. Simple. R is going to be your Scale tool. And again, you see the same three, and you can scale them in any direction you want to. If you grab the middle one, you scale the entire object, and that's the yellow color. Otherwise, you can scale along each individual axis as you would like to. And it can get pretty out of hand pretty quickly, so be careful. Now, I'm going to Command Z this back to there, and let's look at what happens when we use these same tools with our vertices, edges, and faces. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go into my component mode again. So let's just start with vertices. If I select a particular vertices there and use my W key for the Move tool, I can do that. If I select multiple vertices, and you want to be very careful, because if you do something like this and you select that, not only do you select these vertices, you also select ones on the back. It goes all the way through the object, so be careful. But if I select these at the top, I can move them up like that. Conversely, if I have those same ones selected and I use my Rotate tool, in theory, I could rotate these. Same thing with the Scale tool. I could scale these up and down. I'll tell you now that the two that you're probably going to be using the most with vertices are your Move and your Scale. Same thing with your edges. I can select the Move tool and move my edges. It does the same thing. If I select an edge and I Shift double click, it goes all the way around, but you can also, again, drag select, but it does go all the way through again. Again, same thing, you can pull it up, push it in, rotate it, scale it. Same thing with faces. Faces, again, have the same rule as edges. You can Shift double click to go around. You can even Shift double click to go in the opposite direction. So again, you can move, rotate, and scale. If you can master with practice those three simple commands of Move, Rotate, and Scale with your edges, your vertices, and your faces, that is primarily how modeling is done in Maya. Now there are obviously more things to learn, but once you start figuring out that it's really these three key components that need to be adjusted and tweaked, that is most of the heavy lifting when it comes to understanding how to build stuff in Maya. So I would encourage you to go into your component mode by right-clicking and playing with these three parameters with your edge, or with your move, your scale, and your rotate tool. All right, we'll see you in the next video.